Hey guys, as I promised, I'm going to try to give you a bunch of information that I found helpful for me. I'm going to give you some links, some articles, some videos that I found, some videos that I made that concentrate on basically posture from top to bottom in every position so that we can maximize our disadvantages basically. So, although in the past I've paid most of my attention to my legs and my feet, I found that with moving my head into proper position on my body basically, it makes a huge difference to me. So take a look at the video. You can see obviously slow-mo. When my head goes forward, it puts a ton of pressure on my cervical spine, number one. My chin goes in. It puts everything down below in a bad position as well. So you get your thoracic spine curves, your butt sticks out, so forth and so on. And we're going to talk about that. So now look in the mirror and I guarantee you, you will see your head forward. Your ears will be anterior or in front of the middle of your shoulders, up and down. Now you see as I come back, my ears and my shoulders are in a straight line. Now, why is that important? First of all, it makes me prettier, LOL, right? Because my chin is out, my jawline looks better, I look better. I'm standing up straighter, my back is straight, my neck is straight. When I lean forward, then you will see that everything goes in the wrong direction, and there's going to be multiple other videos talking about that. But again, I've spent my time looking at feet as the most important part of what we need to change. But I've found, and I'm going to keep reinforcing this, that if you start with your head in the right position on your shoulders, then that also is incredibly important, and put your feet in the right position so that you can walk easier, stronger gait, longer stride, so forth and so on. Hi guys, now that we've gotten our head straight on our shoulders, we're going to move down the kinetic chain to our pelvis, another incredibly important and probably deranged part of our moving. So the pelvis is made of a bunch of bones, a cone that's more open at the top than the bottom. The top articulates with the spine and many muscles. The bottom, the legs come out of. You could look at the pelvis. If you put your hands on your hips, you can feel the anterior iliac crest, which mark the top of your pelvis. The bottom is what you're sitting on, and you should be sitting on, the ischial tuberosities, your sit bones. So the pelvis should be basically straight, up and down, as you can see when I contract my belly and my butt goes in and I'm contracting my glutes. But when I'm forward and my butt is out, you can see my pelvis is basically rotated anteriorly. Now that does two things, this anterior pelvic tilt, which is much more common than posterior, because we tend to be leaning forward, not exercising our belly, stretching our hamstrings, not strong back or glutes to keep us in line. And what it does for me when I'm in a tilt is it puts my feet in bad position so that I'm more forward and I can't really use the intrinsic muscles well, number one. Number two, when I rotate backwards, then I can engage my glutes. Now if you go anteriorly, rotate forward and butt out, try to engage your glutes, try to feel them, get hard, the bottom as line as you can. And your gluteus maximus and medius are two of the strongest, in fact the strongest stabilizers and extensors, stabilizers of your pelvis, extensors of your legs, so that you both can balance and you can propel yourself forward. So you're going to have to learn how to stretch the right muscles and exercise the right muscles and stay in that right place and reinforce it constantly. Alright, so now we're going to put some things together. Relatively quickly, you're seeing me from the side, top to bottom, slow-mo. Head is forward, putting a lot of pressure on my cervical spine. Every inch my head is forward on my neck is an extra 10 pounds of pressure on my C-spine. Obviously bad. Now you can see I'm coming back up, straightening my neck, so that now my ears, shoulders, hips, knees, and feet line up basically together. Also, you can see as I go down, my butt comes back out into an anterior tilt. When I come back up, I tilt more posteriorly again. I contract my belly. I can squeeze my glutes, but now I'm able to use my glutes. And my balance is going to be better. My feet are going to fall with pressure in a different position so that now I'm able to get up on my toes to propel myself using my glutes. Everything is better. Now, what can you do? So first things, you can look in the mirror, look from the side, and I suspect you're going to see your head is forward. So what do? You practice getting that head back. How do you do it? Stand up against the wall, flatten out that curve. Lie against the ground, flatten out that curve. And not using your jaw to go backwards and look ridiculous, but using the muscles going from the front to the back that are going to get strong and move your head back. That's number one. Number two, you're going to work on your belly and your glutes. But one thing else you could do is put your arms flat at your sides and see where they fall, your hands and your thumbs. And I suspect your thumbs are going to fall sort of facing each other. And that's going to mean that you have more anterior strength than posterior strength, which makes sense for most people. So, for instance, your bis and pecs are stronger than your back muscles. The problem with PD is we're already going forward. We have flexor rigidity. So we have overdeveloped anterior versus posterior. Now we're going to fall even more forward. That's a problem. So you want to work on everything eventually so that when your arms are flat relaxed at your sides, your thumbs are pointing straight on so that things are balanced. So that's it for right now. I'll see you guys later. All right, last of my videos for today. Thank the Lord. So here you can see from the side, my head is forward, my stride length is relatively short, I'm slumped over. Now here I go, and I notice this is important that my head is not as good as it can be, but I am straighter, my arm swing is bigger, my glutes are in the right position, my stride length is a little bit longer.